Greetings and salutations, all of you fellow sexy bastards out there. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in, all of that good stuff, and get ready for a splendiferous WWE TLC pay-per-view review. And let's get on in, because boy, we got a lot to talk about here. So, as you all know, unless you were living under a rock, unless you were in a coma somewhere, then you already knew that Kurt Angle replaced a mumped up, meningitis up freaking Roman Reigns. And then we got freaking Finn Balor and AJ Styles. That's right, I said it. Finn Balor and freaking AJ Styles for one night only. As Kurt Angle said, you know what I'm saying, he put in that phone call, you know what I'm saying, to Shane McMahon, asked him for a favor, and then that man delivered AJ to us 18 hours later from South America on up to America. We got AJ Styles. So, first off, on the pre-show, we had Sasha versus Alicia Fox. I'm a huge fan of Sasha. I love me some Alicia Fox. It's nice to see that they're using Foxy, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely putting her time in on that. I thought maybe she was going to win. It's not like she didn't need it, not like it wasn't going to help her. You know, it could have definitely benefited her to have her go over on Alicia Fox, you know what I'm saying? But Sasha came out on the top, and it was a nice back and forth match. I'd say it's about maybe 5-6 minutes worth of a match, you know what I'm saying? And it was back and forth, and it actually looked like a couple of times where Alicia was going to win, but of course Fox beat her with the bank statement, you know what I'm saying? It was a wham bam thank you officer, and that was that. I personally would like to see more Alicia Fox. I definitely want to see more Sasha. Everybody wants to see more Sasha. We all want to see Sasha go to the dark side, let her turn on Bayley, or let Bayley pull a freaking Sami Zayn and she can freaking join Sasha Banks. I would totally take that, you know. Up next, the first match on the to open up the official TLC, you know, was Asuka versus Emma, and we got Emma with her new ring entrance and music again, you know, for like the 12th time, you know what I'm saying? She's coming on out, she's doing her thing. I expected this to be kind of almost like a one and done, but there was a takeover a few years back where Emma went up against Asuka, and it was actually a pretty good match. Now, I know the general consensus out there, you got a lot of people that are upset. They expected Asuka to come in here and just squash her, you know what I'm saying? But if you looked at a lot of Asuka's matches in NXT, they weren't exactly one and done squashes the way, say, Braun Strowman was doing with local jobbers, and the way Nia Jax was doing with local jobbers. You know, Asuka was having some competitive matches, and I expected her to have something like that, you know. So I was very, very happy to see that it was a nice, I think it was about maybe, I would say maybe 7 to 8 minutes worth of good match, and I totally enjoyed it, you know. And I guess you could kind of call it 50-50, and maybe more people wanted to see Asuka just get in there and then just dominate her and whatnot. But you know, I was very, very happy to see that WWE allowed Emma to go out there and give it a nice back and forth. And this right here just goes to show what we're all talking about here. You know what I'm saying? The WWE can definitely allow people like Emma to go out there and shine. Now, why she doesn't shine and why she loses all the time remains to be seen. So that kind of does make it seem a little bit odd here. They're like, well, look what Emma can do here against Asuka, right? You know what I'm saying? Giving her this nice competitive match here. Now, everybody else might not give Asuka that, so it kind of makes Emma look like she's way up here and way above everybody else, especially if now Asuka goes and runs through everybody else in less time than that. You know what I'm saying? But it's good because Emma really is freaking awesome, and she's incredibly talented. So why not let her have this, people? Why complaining? Let her have this. Nobody said anything about creative. Let her have this. This makes Emma look good. Let's think about how she feels coming out of this. You know what I'm saying? She lost, but that's okay. She looked good while she was doing it. So Asuka came off victorious. You know what I'm saying? She beat her with the Asuka Live, which looks like a freaking Samoa Joe coquina clutch. It's really what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Then they show Miz backstage with Cesaro and Sheamus, and then you know, Braun Strowman and Kane and everybody, and I'm like, okay, how is this gonna go down? You know, I'm excited for it. If nothing else, I'm definitely more excited. Now look, you can say what you want to say about Roman Reigns, but he was put back in the Shield. Whether this be Roman and Co, whether it was Roman and Friends, you know what I'm saying? It was still Roman Reigns in the Shield, you know, and that was definitely a version of Roman Reigns that, even if you didn't like him, you could say, all right, it was somewhat tolerable. Okay, I can deal with Roman Reigns in that. So I was okay to see the Shield in this situation, but then you put Kurt Angle here, and I'm looking at it like, Damn, we got Braun Strowman here. We got Kane over here, right? And then we got Cesaro, and we got Miz, and then we got Sheamus too. Holy shit, the cards are stacked against these dudes. You know. So after that, we got Elias in the ring, and he's singing, he's doing his thing. El Vagabundo is amazing. I've said it time and time again. Go back and check my previous videos. I love me some Elias Sampson. You know what I'm saying? He's freaking amazing. He's getting better on the guitar. He's getting in that heat, baby. He's getting that Vicky Guerrero heat up in there, man. So I'm definitely digging that. And he's singing, and this just food gets thrown at him. And I kid you not. I think it could have been some kale, could have been some broccoli, you know, but something gets thrown at this dude, right? And the first thing I'm thinking is, holy shit, yo, somebody in the crowd threw food at this dude? Wow, when was the last time someone threw food at somebody that they didn't like? So I'm thinking like, okay, what's the next, like tomato or something like that? And then, you know, the food's coming in, and I'm still thinking it to myself. Then you see Jason Jordan over there, and I'm like, wow, so we have nothing else better to do with Jason Jordan than for him to come out to throw food. Like, where in your right mind do you think that's cool? Like, this is what I mean by WWE don't know how to book colored people. You know what I'm saying? Hell, like times they don't even know how to book their own people. Shit, look at this. They thought it would be the best decision for Jason Jordan to come on out there and start hurling food at a dude. No, it wasn't. And Elias, you know, he just you know, tried to carry on with it, and then, you know, the segment, it just ended, and then they moved on to that. You know what I'm saying? So we got a cruiserweight match. You know, we had Brian Kendrick with Jack Gallagher, and I'm a fan of Brian Kendrick. You know, I am a fan of the weird one. I was a fan of him when he was with Paul London. You know, I was a fan of him when he was in TNA doing that outlandish, like it was like as if he was abducted or something. You know what I'm saying? He was weird. I really dug it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And Jack Gallagher, the gentleman Jack Gallagher, I don't have a problem with him. You know, I like how he's wrestling in the freaking he's wrestling in Burberry. You know what I'm saying? With the gloves on and whatnot. I'm like, okay, I dig it. You know, it's definitely different than with the singlet and the usual wrestling attire. I like the gimmick. Let him keep doing it. It's definitely better than what I could say for Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. At least you can go, look, Brian Kendrick, he's got a gimmick, right? Okay, he's the dastardly dude. He's the man with a plan, so he's always thinking. All right, so you can kind of say he's like a Seth Rollins, like an architect, right? All right, you know, you got Jack Gallagher, you know, the gentleman, but he's now the gentleman brawler or the gentleman bruiser, you know, like, okay, he's got a gimmick. Cedric Alexander, what's his gimmick? What does he have? He smiles, he sings, and he's happy. You know, okay, Rich Swann, what's his gimmick? What does he have? He smiles, he sings, he's happy, he's happy to be here. These colored people, and I hate to say it like that, these black people have no gimmicks whatsoever. They don't have direction. Like I'm forget that they this, but I wanted to see something. I'm like, all right, you got the Jack Gallagher, you got this. I'm like, okay, so the good guys are gonna go over, and that's Rich Swann and obviously Cedric Alexander. But I'm thinking to myself, by God, between him and Cedric Alexander and Jason Jordan, they're so freaking boring. They have no character, no direction. Jason Jordan, he's smiling, he's just happy to be here. He's happy to get opportunities. He's happy to be with Kurt Angle. Everyone is happy to be there, and everyone is happy for an opportunity, but no one is trying to seize said opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, Cedric and Rich won, as per good guys. You know, they would win. I just want to see something going on with them because these dudes is so damn bland. Rich Swann is amazing in the ring, and Cedric Alexander damn near might be more amazing than him. And that's saying something because Rich Swann is off the chain. You know, but when you look at their personality and stuff, and that's not even talking about backstage, that ain't talking about how they are outside of the confines of the storyline that's being presented to me on the freaking television here. But I'm saying as far as what I see on the TV, as far as what they're trying to give me, you know, I'd say like they're not giving me anything, you know what I'm saying? They just smiling, you know, you can't handle this, can you handle this? And I'm like, I don't want to handle it, you know, and I really can't handle it anymore. That you just seem to be the same one-dimensional, undeveloped character that they're giving you, that they're giving us rather, you know what I'm saying? And I just would like to see more from that. That is all here, you know what I'm saying? And after that, we got Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss, and I really was so thrilled to see Mickie James. I'm a huge Mickie James fan. I've been a Mickie James fan for a very long time, and I was happy to see her come back. I enjoyed her match that she had on TakeOver with Asuka. And I was like, okay, so Mickie James is back. She's fighting Asuka. Okay, so how are they going to segue her into the main roster? And of course, Alexa Bliss brought her back. Not that William Regal or Triple H brought her back to fight Asuka. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Alexa Bliss brought her back because she was supposedly feeling bad for her and she wanted to give her an opportunity again. And then they really playing up this old angle. And like I said, look, they've got Shayna Baszler. I believe she's like 38. We've got Natalya. She could be at least 35 and up. You know what I'm saying? You got Stephanie McMahon. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some women in there that are older than Mickie James or around the same age. So this whole she's old and she can't do this, she can't do that. And I'm like, I don't know why that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Mickie James is beautiful. With or without makeup, Mickie James is beautiful looking. So Alexa Bliss talking all this trash about her and all of that. It didn't make sense. I wanted Mickie to win. I wanted her to become the 7-time champion and tie Trish Stratus. I was excited, hoping that would happen, but in the end, Mickie lost it to Alexa, and all it took was a slight distraction from the ref. She yanked her arm. She fell into the bottom turnbuckle, and then she hit her with the little DDT, and then that was that. I wanted Alexa to not win, but we knew Alexa was going to win. I mean, when you look at Alexa, she's got the cuteness, she's got the looks. The only person I see that really matches her in the cuteness and the looks department is a Sasha Banks, so you can see what avenue and direction they're going, which is probably why we don't have Nia Jax on TV. It's probably why she took personal leave. They say she's burnt out. I don't know. It could be maybe she's burnt out from the way creative does all this start and stop with her character, and they don't use her. So unless you're Alexa Bliss or you're Sasha Banks, you know what I'm saying? That seems to be all they want to use. And it's not that Alexa Bliss and Sasha suck. By no means am I saying that. It's just that you can tell someone is saying, hey, let's keep the focus on these two here. So I'm excited to see where that Asuka's going to come in and fit into this, because let her tear through them like she did in NXT. She beat all these girls in NXT, so I'm supposed to believe now Alexa Bliss all of a sudden can stand up against freaking Asuka? No. You know what I'm saying? So Alexa wins, of course. We got Kurt backstage with the Shield, and Kurt is talking about, why he did this, and this is what we all needed. Because I was so afraid that WWE was just going to gloss over all of this. They were going to pretend that Roman didn't get the mumps. They're just going to be like, oh, somebody attacked Roman backstage or something like that, And then just Kurt Angle is in the match. They actually gave us an explanation. Kurt was like, I couldn't just let you guys go out there like that. I feel bad about it. And this is my first match in a long time. Not like he wasn't just fighting in February of this year, you know what I'm saying, with Cody Rhodes and everything. He wasn't moonsaulting off the top of a freaking cage. That's right, I said moonsaulting off the top of a freaking cage with Cody Rhodes, you know what I'm saying. So they made it seem as if Kurt hadn't been in the ring in 9 billion years, you know what I'm saying, like he's old as dirt. Here comes Kurt Angle from the Great Depression. Because if Mickie James is old, imagine what Kurt Angle would be compared to Alexa Bliss. You know what I'm saying? What is he? Neighbors, friends with Jesus? That's what she would say. Oh my God, if Alexa Bliss is just old and from the Great Depression, then Kurt Angle is this freaking Stone Age. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of made it seem like that, but he was wrestling, and he gave them explanation. He wanted to stand by them because he couldn't just allow it to be a 5-on-2, so he was going to do his best, and they gave him a Shield vest for it. And I was like, okay, I can dig it. I'm willing to suspend stuff. Look, you got mumps, you got this, you got that. Things have to change last minute. This is one of the few times where the WWE is caught in quite a bit of a bind, where you kind of actually have to let it slide, and you can't go, oh, this is creative, oh, this is that. No, man, some people got sick, Hey, man, stuff happens, So they gave him the vest. I was all right with that. We got Elias again. He's back in the ring. I'm like, okay, I like where this is going. We need time that we got to fill on the pay-per-view. All right, let's put Elias out there. He can get over. He can work the crowd. He's good at what he's doing. He holds fast. He's engaging the crowd and all of that. I like it. So he's out there again, and he starts singing and doing his thing. And then Jason Jordan again is throwing food at him for a second time. And I'm like, why? He's got a supermarket shopping cart out there, a supermarket sweep style, just tossing food at him. Why? Because somebody told him, hey, last minute, I think it would be cool for your character, and this will help build you. As it it'll just show so much personality that you thought it would be cool to go get a shopping cart full of food and throw it at Elias Sampson. And Elias is just basically no selling. Is just looking at him like, why are you doing this, bro? Like, he's not getting enraged like, oh, you terrible person, how dare you throw food at me, I'm gonna kill you for disrespecting me. He's just looking at him like, why are you doing this? Just like all of us at home were wondering, why Jason Jordan? Is this the best they can do? Is this the best that they can do? You know, please, somebody knock some sense into Jason Jordan and the creative team that is hired to specifically work with Jason Jordan. Okay, please, you know what I'm saying? Then we skip past that nonsense. Then we got Enzo versus Kalisto and then a rematch, which I was excited about. And yes, I said I was excited about it. Not excited for Kalisto, because then again, this is the dude who didn't even know he had the Cruiserweight belt and was talking about this Sunday on TLC that he was going to recapture the belt from Enzo. Enzo's like, what, bro? You already got it from me. But anyway, Enzo, this embracing of this heelness here. I like the embracing of it. It's one thing when he's this way, you know, and then they're trying to kind of like, nah. I like him embracing this. We knew Enzo was going to win via nefarious acts, whether it was going to be a brass knucks or whether it was going to be, you know, a low blow, something like that, or the usual poke to the eye, thumb to the eye, you know, and then it was a thumb to the eye. But for the most part, I thought it was actually a good match. People hating on Enzo and the way he wrestles, dude. Not everybody in the WWE needs to be able to know how to wrestle like AJ Styles. Nor do I expect them. You watch the NBA and you don't expect everybody to be like Michael Jordan, like LeBron James, like Steph Curry. You don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect everybody to go out there and be the way AJ Styles is. As long as Enzo can be entertaining and do what he's doing and he gets in that ring, I'm like, all right. He actually, with the way he was doing moves, I'm like, okay, so you're adapting the ringness to fit you and your level here. All right, I can dig that. You know, almost kind of like I mean, obviously Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens, they can wrestle very well, but there are times, Bray Wyatt too, where he just goes into like bar fight mode where there's no moves, there's no technicalness, you know, there's just a smash mouth punch to the face, you know what I'm saying, an elbow, a knee drop, you know, just basic clean moves to do. And everybody nowadays, you know, we all call it with the IWC, you know, and I'm one of them, you know, we see the New Japan, everything's gotta be technical, you know, but there is still room for your Bruiser Brody style people. There's still room for your smash mouth barroom brawlers, you know, there's still room for your scrappers. Yeah, your freaking scrappers, you know. There's still room for dudes that don't have to have the best skill in the world, but they out there just trying their best, you know what I'm saying? They cutting and clawing and scratching their way to the top. It'd be like an Enzo, and I like that. Now that I see that's kind of where he's going, where he's shaping into, I'm totally fine with that. You know, and then he beats Kalisto with a thumb to the eye, and he hits him with the eat the feet or the Jordanzo or whatever they calling it. You know what I'm saying? He put a foot to the face, so it looks like a foot jawbreaker. You know, but all in all, it was a good match. I liked it. I like where they're going with Enzo. They should have never taken the belt off of Enzo in the first place, but now Enzo is a two-time cruiserweight champion for what it's worth. You know, he'll bring the ratings to the cruiserweights. You know, he'll bring the ratings to you know, to the as the WWE says, you know, he'll put the eyes to the product, which is good, and that's what we want. And he's entertaining too, so I'm like, all right, you're growing on me, Enzo. Okay, because a while ago I wasn't too thrilled about it, but okay, I'm all right with that. You know what I'm saying? And up next, holy crap, man, we got AJ Styles versus freaking Finn Balor. You know, Bullet Club creator #1 versus Bullet Club Takeover #2 dude, you know what I'm saying? Finn Balor versus AJ. It's freaking phenomenal here. You know, a lot of us have waited for it. A lot of us New Japan people were excited about seeing it. You know what I'm saying? We're yeah, really, I was definitely excited about it. You know, because it's amazing that you have like the freaking Finn Balor and AJ Styles and freaking Adam Cole here. Like, oh my goodness gracious, we damn near getting all the freaking leaders of the Bullet Club here, you know what I'm saying? And with a Shinsuke, and with a Gallows, and Andrews, and a Samoa Joe here, you know what I'm saying? We've had a lot of people who's associated with that Bullet Club, and the freaking, here now, and Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, you know, we've got a lot of people who've associated with the Bullet Club that are here now, man. I think I named off at least 7 people. You know, that's amazing. If WWE really wanted to, they could legitimately make their own club. That's impressive. I mean, they could, if they wanted to move people up from NXT, move people from SmackDown to Raw, and just do what they did to combat the Bullet Club, they could essentially do it, and it wouldn't even be like, oh, it's blah blah blah. These are the real people that was over in Japan in the club, and then they brought them here and allowed them to do it on a bigger stage and a bigger presence. Now that would be totally fucking kick-ass if they did. Obviously, they didn't go on that route. But yeah, this AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, as JR would say, well, this was a motherfucking barn burner right here. Pardon my language, but this was a freaking barn burner here. This was amazing, you know what I'm saying? But this was as good as they wanted to allow it to, without giving away everything, so that they could set it up for more matches. Because I noticed that. I'm not saying that, oh, they left this out or they didn't do this. No. They gave us everything. But I noticed that they still managed to give us all, but without giving us everything. No styles clashes or anything like that. I was excited about that. Like, good. Save that styles clash. You know what I'm saying? Save some of this extra stuff. And, you know, how about that freaking coup de grace at the end where he just... you know, usually he'll step on you and fall, but he just planted it and put a little extra oomph up into it. Man, oh man, I was thoroughly excited about that match, as was the rest of everybody else who was watching it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can be hypercritical of the product and whatnot. This time, I'm trying not to be too hypercritical, because obviously, you know, a lot of this stuff has changed because of certain people getting the mumps here. And plus, think about the stellar 5-star match that AJ gave us after having a match in South America. You know what I'm saying? And then leaving on a jet plane to fly all the way here, right? To then have another match, you know. And then you even heard him on the Talking Raw, where he was like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to go to sleep. You got to get some rest here. AJ is always prepared for these kind of situations, and this is why AJ is a stand-up guy. He's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. And it's nice to know that John Cena, the company, is good hands. He handled that situation the way you would have handled it, John Cena. And that's what I saw right there that made me respect AJ on a whole nother level. He sounded so much like John Cena. Like, I'm always prepared. I'll go out there and I'll give it my all, because that's what I stay ready to do. And if they need me, I'm here to do that. He flew from 18 hours to get to here for a pay-per-view. He pulled the John Cena, and that is amazing. I didn't think we'd find anybody that could come close to that level. But man, AJ Styles, you meet and exceed my expectations every time. And I'm looking forward to seeing AJ Styles go up against freaking Finn Balor again for the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Ooh, I don't even give a fuck how many times it is, really. Just let us see it like this, to where it's, what is this, like 10-minute match? 10, 20 minutes? Not even 20 minutes, excuse me. I would say about 10, 12-minute matches. But it felt long. But it was still good. You know what I'm saying? It felt long, but it wasn't that long. But it was still good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't have any complaints about it. Of course, we wanted them to be like the usual, fight forever. But, you know, it was what it was. I was happy about it, you know. And then after that, we got Elias back in the ring for a third time. And I'm like, okay, so we got our buffer right here, you know. I don't want to say the curtain jerk or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, a popcorn break or nothing along those lines, but you cannot go from a Finn Balor, AJ Styles all the way into that long main event, because we're looking at the watch and we're like, oh goodness gracious, we're going to have were you telling me they're going to have an hour plus for this? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so then I saw this, I was like, so this is going to be a match here, and this is going to give us some time here, so that's where it's going to boil down to. But still, you know, even after this match, there was still about 55 minutes left, and I was like, damn, the last match is going to be about 45 minutes at least, 50 minutes at minimum. Okay, I was excited about that, but this match, you know, it was there for what it was, you know, Elias versus Jason Jordan, and Jason Jordan wins, even though Elias's arm was up, and I'm pretty sure they're going to bring that up on Monday Night Raw, because even Booker T, you know, Booker, speaking of Booker, this brother was going left, right, up, down. Booker was all over the place. I mean, he could have been high, you know, he likes to smoke, that's totally fine. Shit, you know, nobody's tripping on that. He was left, he was right, he was up, he was down, he was sideways. Booker T was freaking everywhere. Yeah, Booker T was everywhere, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had no problem with that. Booker T was entertaining here, you know what I'm saying? And Booker don't like Jason Jordan, and Booker feels like he's been given opportunity, and Jason Jordan doesn't go out there and then show that aggressive side. And I get it, Booker. He too smiley and friendly. You feel the same way I feel about him. I want to see aggressive side too. It'd be nice to see a heel Jason Jordan, but we ain't gonna see that Booker. So Booker was doing his best turncoat action. You know what I'm saying? But Jason Jordan, he goes to get the pin, but the shoulder was up. And I saw Elias' shoulder up, and Booker was like, no, the shoulder's up. And they were like, no, we don't agree with you. Stop, Booker, stop. And then when Michael Cole was like, all right, well, we're about to see the replay. And he was like, holy crap. And then Corey was like, I begrudgingly agree with you. I mean, you're right. The shoulder was up. The ref didn't see it, so that's going to be brought up. They're going to have a rematch. So, I mean, technically, I'd like to look at it like Elias Sampson is still undefeated, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But he got taken out by an elbow. And after that, we had the piece de resistance, Kurt Angle with Dean and Seth. But first out, they had Braun Strowman, Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Kane. They had to come all out here because we couldn't just have the Shield come out first and then spoil that, right? You know what I'm saying? Kurt Angle had to be the last person to be out. So after those guys, Braun Strowman comes on out, Kane makes his way out, Miz, of course, Cesaro and Sheamus. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the Shield, Sierra Hotel, Indy Echo, Lima Delta, Shield, and they come on out. And the camera, they do the usual where they're at. They're always in the same section that they come out of. They're never going to come out from this way. They're never going to come out from behind it. They're always going to come out from camera pan side, row. Let me see where this is. I think that's E, A, B, C, D. So they're always going to come out on camera side, row. I don't go into these events enough to know. So that's like row C, middle of row C and row D area. Because row C and B are always the ones that are facing camera side here. A is usually off to the ramp. E is usually coming into where the commentating is. So right up there into that C and D area, Shield always comes out. You know what I'm saying? And the camera's got, where's the Shield? Oh my God, where's the... Oh, there they are, you know what I'm saying? Shield's coming on out, you know what I'm saying? And then behind them, Kurt steps up, you know what I'm saying? Looking all freaking awesome. He should have just had some freaking cans of milk or something with him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, now I'm ready to go here. And I'm like, all right, Kurt's looking good. Actually, I knew Kurt wasn't looking good. People were like, well, I'm surprised that the dude just stopped wrestling. February, people, he was wrestling as of February this year. As of like 5-6 months ago, he was wrestling. He didn't just sit at home on his ass. You see him on Monday Night Raw. He's keeping in shape. He had to pass the WWE physical. So people say, oh my God, this Kurt, he looks so good. Of course he looked good. I'm looking at him like, all right, Kurt, yeah, I'll give you that. They come on down there. And what can I say about this clusterfuck of a match? Pardon my language once again. But it seriously was a clusterfuck. A good clusterfuck. I'm not gonna lie here. This was one of those matches where it really felt like, like they said, you know what, guys, I want y'all to just go out there and just do whatever you want to do. Go for it. There was chair shots. Within the first 5 minutes, I lost track at 46 chair shots. 40 freaking 6. They ain't even no exaggeration. But they hit Kane at least 22 something times. Braun Strowman they were just tagging Braun Strowman left and right. I kid you not. Like I said, 46 plus chair shots. Easily. I lost track. I mean, that could have been 50 plus easily. You know what I'm saying? Chair shots galore. People going through the table. I hope Seth Rollins didn't hurt himself. Seth and Dean. They put Big Show and Braun. Big Show. They put Kane and Braun Strowman through the Spanish and the German announce table over there. They go to jump off the ladder, tandem like an elbow drop, knee drop, or whatever, because it looked like Seth Rollins dropped right on his bad knee there, so he was clutching at the knee. I hope he didn't re-hurt himself or anything again. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, it started out good. Oh my goodness gracious. I was thoroughly excited about it. I had no complaints from it, you know what I'm saying? Up until that point, I'm like, all right, so how's the Shield gonna win with Kurt Angle? Because we can't have Kurt Angle lose. So I'm sitting there thinking this the whole time. I'm like, all right, we got Braun Strowman here. How we gonna get Braun Strowman taken out? You know what I'm saying? So Kane's gonna take out Braun Strowman for no reason, because they're gonna accidentally bump into each other and now start fighting, and that's exactly what happened. And when I saw that, I was like, there we go. There's the writing. Because, technically 5 people really should beat the Shield. And I like the Shield, and I like Kurt Angle, even if it was Roman Reigns. They are awesome people. But come on, Brock Lesnar couldn't just beat 5 people at one time. 5 reputable, and you see this, they didn't put no scrubs in there, you know what I'm saying? So you got 5 reputable people. Say what you want to say about Kane. You couldn't whoop Kane's ass. Exactly. So moving on here. So they got 5 reputable people in there. Now, so legitimately, they would have won, especially with Braun Strowman. So I could see why they had to create some kind of conflict, like they always do with every heel team. They can never focus and work together. Somebody always has to do something that's going to create some kind of conflict, and that is basically what happened with Braun and Kane. They tried to hold it together. These dudes is fighting up the stage. Things is going fantastic. Miz is like, I got a surprise. Let's all go up here. He's got a freaking jump truck here. Kane just decides he's gonna freaking choke slam Braun Strowman through the damn stage. He's just like, no, I'm just gonna put you through the cage. I mean, excuse me, through the stage. My mind is just racing here. It's so freaking exciting here. It actually was a damn good match. Like I said, it was a clusterfuck of a match, but it was a damn good match. Braun Strowman right through the damn floor, through the metal part of where the on top of the stage where the announce team is, where the Raw announce team, I should say, is. You know, there's so freaking many of them. You know what I'm saying? And then he decides to do. Somebody did that at TLC with 1 year. I forget who it was, but then just pulled the chairs down. It might have been John Cena or Kane, but somebody then pulled the chairs down, and that's exactly what he did. He pulled them all down. And look, I've been hit with one of those church metal chairs before. You know, you can go to Walmart and get one of those chairs. I mean, they're about a good solid 5 pounds. You know what I mean? About 12 or 15 of them chairs came falling down onto him from a good 20, 30 feet up in the air. You know what I'm saying? And Braun, woo! He was out for a minute. And they're looking like, what? Why are you doing this, Kane? Why are you doing this? Alright, so they go on over there to continue beating up on to continue beating up on Seth and Dean. And I'm okay with that. I'm like, alright, so what's going on here? Then you see they try to put them in the dumpster. That I'm not okay with. They actually then put them into the dumpster. I'm like, holy shit. They're going to put the fucking Shield into the dumpster. Meanwhile, Kurt Angle is carted away. They ain't even got no Kurt Angle here. And I forgot about that part. You know, Kurt Angle and got his ass beat, put through a damn table. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So Kurt Angle was out there. They're like, oh. So Kurt Angle is gone. You know what I'm saying? He's taken out. He's in the back. So now it's just freaking Seth and Dean trying to fight their way out of a trash can, as I'm saying, you know. And they kind of do, which I'm very, very happy about, because I like the Shield. I don't want to see them get put into the trash or anything like that. But as they fighting their way out, Braun Strowman, you know what I'm saying, he comes back on over here. You know, he starts beating up on Kane. They start fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Then the clusterfuck turns into even more of a super clusterfuck, because Kane starts fighting Braun Strowman. Then from there, right, he starts beating up on Cesaro and Sheamus. They come in. Then got Miz coming in there, you know. So they all now beating up on Braun Strowman. They get him on the ground. They start thoroughly tag teaming him. You know what I'm saying? Then, meanwhile, Seth and Dean is shit. I don't even know what happened to him. They got knocked off to the side, right? Because now we're focusing on Braun getting beat up. They then put Braun into the trash can. Like, I don't even know if this is. I don't know how they did this. Because from what I thought, the damn thing just squishes stuff up like a real trash compactor. You know what I'm saying? They put Braun Strowman into a freaking trash can and hit the thing. So you see it put the little hand up in there, like, you know, like the trash thing usually do. And then they just put Braun Strowman in there into a freaking trash compactor. We've seen Braun Strowman get damn near destroyed by an ambulance. Now a trash compactor. And that's that. Braun Strowman is taken out. So once they put him in the trash compactor, I was like, oh, so this is how the Shield wins here. You know what I'm saying? Then Dean and Seth, they still fighting their way back. You know what I'm saying? They still trying to fight their way back. Meanwhile, because they laid out on the ground, they take them and start taking them to the ring and start beating the shit out of them. Pardon my language again. Boy, oh boy, they go to town on them. In fact, they even went to try to pin Seth. They the bro kick, and then a white noise into like Cesaro jumped off the some kind of double teaming white noise from Cesaro and Sheamus, right? And they even both fell down onto Seth at the same time, so they even tried to pin him at the same time too, you know. But Dean came in and saved them. You know what? Dean came in and they beat him up too, man. and it was going to town on him for a while, and it was enjoyable. I was like, look at this, just whoop that ass. And you know, Dean is durable too, so he's taking that punishment. And of course, you hear Kurt Angle's music play, and Kurt Angle comes on down there, and he starts cheering it up, man. You know, he starts doing what he had to do, and they slightly muster up some offense. You know, they take out Kane, Shield style, Roman Reigns style. They have speared him through there. Miz has been beaten up. He's done for. That was easy. They chased Miz down. They chased Miz down there, and they beat him up. And I think that's who they pinned. Was the Miz? I think the Miz got pinned. Yeah, that's right. They chase him after they beat up everybody else. They chase down the Miz, and then they give him the Shield triple power bomb, and they pin him. Kurt Angle pins him 1, 2, 3, and that ends your 45-minute clusterfuck of a match. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot happening there that I missed in my notes over here, and there was a lot happening here because I blinked and stuff was happening. I turned around, stuff was happening. I go get a drink of water, stuff was happening. So I know that I'm probably missed some details there, but all in all, it was a really, really good match. You know what I'm saying? It had so much in it. I'll tell you this, and you know, you can have a lot of people, oh, it sucked, I want to drink bleach and stuff. WWE, you can't please everybody. I really don't care about those people, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I'll probably get the pay-per-view a 7 just based on those 2 matches. Okay? Now, I enjoyed the Enzo Kalisto one. That's just me personally. I enjoyed it, and I'm the same hardcore fan like a lot of other people, but it's just sometimes I could just watch it and can just be entertained, and Enzo entertained me. Elias entertained me. I was entertained by Elias. The last match entertained me, you know. AJ Styles and Finn Balor definitely entertained me. Oscar and Emma was a fantastic match. Entertained me. So more of the pay-per-view entertained me than it didn't. So why should I rank it and be like a 5? Or be like, oh, it only gets half good. It was more good than it was bad. And that's in my opinion. And this is a person, like I said, I've watched this shit for years. I've gone to a lot of the live events. And when it comes here to Houston next month, you know, I'm going to be trying to go. I'm trying my hardest to get my tickets so that I can see the War Games and the freaking Survivor Series, and then we got the Monday and the Tuesday at the Toyota Center here. So I'm trying my hardest to be able to go there. So God willing, I'll be able to go. You know, but all in all, it was a really good pay-per-view. It was a decent pay-per-view, especially considering what it would have been. I mean, think about that Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. What was that supposed to be? Huh? Finn Balor versus Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt and Drag. Come on, that wasn't gonna be good. But check this out, man. The new creative member, Mumps, aka viral meningitis, whatever you want to call it, man, this is a blessing in disguise for a lot of us. We didn't want to see the Roman Reigns situation, you know, we didn't want to see that the Bray Wyatt and Drag situation. So this helped us out here, man, and I hope these guys they get well and all of that stuff. But all in all, I'm okay with the change that was made. TLC benefited for the better. We as the wrestling fans benefited having a Kurt Angle that was clearly in WWE's back pocket for quite some time. Because if he was ready that fast, you know, he didn't take the physical that evening, you know what I'm saying, he would have already done this, you know. So that means that he was sitting around and waiting for something, you know, so that's good. Makes you wonder about Daniel Bryan and that whole can of worms and that conspiracy with D-Bry. You know, let that man wrestle. Now, can you imagine if it would have been Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and a fucking returning Daniel Bryan? Let that sink in. What that would have done. Oh my freaking goodness here, you know. But for the most part, I'm excited about it. I have not too many qualms or anything about it. I mean, it's a WWE pay-per-view, you know. They did the best that they could with the short amount of time they did. I'm looking forward to seeing Monday Night Raw, where I'll be glad to talk all about that and, you know, give my opinion on it for what it's worth, you know what I'm saying? And just try to enjoy it. And hopefully I'll be able to enjoy it. But I'll tell you this, I'm one of these hardcore fans to the point to where even at times with the pay-per-view, or even if the show is shitty as people may say, you know, I still find, you know, things in it I like. I mean, you can trash it all. You can look at the glasses if it's half empty or it's half full. And there's a lot of times I don't want to always look at it like it's half empty. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. And that was my WWE TLC review. So I'll catch y'all later for that Monday Night Raw review. Ciao.